Okay, well, we're at the LNER Stadium, home of York City this afternoon. Wanderers back on the road in Vanarama National League action. Joined by Wanderers manager Marc White. Marc, good to see you.
Good to see you, mate.
And in terms of today, I mean, you came up here in midweek, didn't you, to see how York were against Altrincham. In terms of our own preparations this week, though, we've not had a midweek game for the first time in a couple of weeks. How's the preparations been, and what are we expecting from the lads today?
Yeah, no, really good. I think we've got a real balanced team playing today. Sort of feels like a bit of a sort of, a sort of team we played last year, week in, week out, really. Sort of two wingers that run at players, and a lot of sort of those Wanderers lads in there, Moore, McShane, etc. So, yeah, got height in the right areas. Obviously having Jason back really, really helps us, because it means we can afford to be smaller elsewhere, because we know that Jason's, such a defensive presence. But yeah, I've had a good week, and I think, it's a fantastic stadium the local authority have built for them, and very fortunate to be here, and great pitch. They get a few in here. They're great people around here, great people, and we're looking forward to seeing how we get on with it. Do you know what I mean? Been in good form, really, in general. Been in good form, and Notts County game come a bit too soon. We had that sort of 2 games a week, and found us out. Sort of 5 out of that starting 11 was struggling, really, and I think today will be a close game, Dan. I think this division, mate, there ain't no one going to put their mortgage on, outside of the obvious ones. Notts County at home, and occasionally Wrexham. You're not going to put your money on anything in this division. It's too tight. So we'll see where today goes.
Mentioned the pitch. It is good condition, the pitch, quite compact looking pitch as well. In terms of how we're lining up today, Marc, we've got 5 changes from the game last week against Notts. We've got Carl Kennedy back into defence, Morrow back into midfield. As you alluded to there, we've got a bit of pace out wide. We've got Briggsy and Bauman back as well, and Seeger up top. So a few changes, but again, we're looking for that continuity, aren't we? That's the key. Yeah,
we are. I mean, we're trying to get some of our big hitters in the team. That they wouldn't be fully fit. But we're sort of trying to work to a position where we can get a regular team that's fully fit, because this time of year, obviously, you'd like to go game to game without. I think we made 6 changes for the last game, 5 for this one. But we are having to sort of duck and dive, really, trying to get players to return, and try to build that continuity. But we have got a good squad, big squad. So although it's 5 changes, they're boys that are very used to playing in that team, in the way we play, so that doesn't really make too much of a difference for me.
I mentioned initially there, you came up in midweek and saw York against Altrincham. I know you said in your weekly catch-up you felt actually unlucky to come out with a defeat against Altrincham 2-1 on Tuesday night. What are we expecting from them, from what you've seen in midweek and prior to that, in terms of preparation for today?
I think it'd be really similar to a lot of these games. I look at Scunthorpe and Chesterfield, and it's like, can the crowd give them that home advantage that our crowd give us at Meadowbank? I think that I've really noticed this year that is the difference, is the way that these home crowds can drive a team forward. So I think I thought in midweek that it definitely was a game that they'll feel they should have got something out of. Found an Altrincham keeper in good form. But it doesn't guarantee you anything, being unlucky or being nearly men, and that's the same for us as well. We've all been there at times saying, "Oh, we're nearly this, nearly that." Well, nearly gets you nothing, Dan. Do you know what I mean? Nearly's got to turn into actual. So, they're not in a great spell of form. I feel like we're in a all right spell of form. I think with 9 games to go after today.
Yes.
I think there's a lot of football to be played. 27 points, what you'd finish on. If you had a good spell, you'd finish on bloody, all sorts of points, wouldn't you? So there's a lot of football to be played. We've got a few exciting things in the background. I think next week we'll see the introduction of Aaron Kewell, who at training has been short of sensational. But like I said, Briggs back today at, honestly, 50%. But Briggs at 50%. For 50 minutes is brilliant for us, and also it's the only way we can build him up. We're not full time, Dan. Do you know what I mean? So we can't have a practice game in midweek. You know, we can't do what teams do to facilitate people returning. So we are investing a bit today in players getting minutes. To be honest with you, but you know, we'll see how we get on, Matt. I think it's going to be a very close game.
First of 10 to go, as you said, and kick-off's not too far away. Mark, good to see you, and we'll catch up post-match.
Cheers, Dan. Thanks, mate. Cheers, mate.